All right, and we are live tonight. So, kamusta po kayo dyan, teachers? So, I hope, no, ready na po tayo. And of course, puspusa na po yung ating preparation para sa ating paparating na licensure examination for professional teachers. Okay, tonight po, magkakaroon po tayo ng quick discussion po, no, sa regarding po sa ating mga exploratory courses. Okay, sana nandito po yung ating mga TVT Ed majors, okay, yung mga generalist po natin. So I hope nandito po kayo tonight. And of course, makipagbardagulan po kayo sa ating comment section. Okay? Kamusta po kayo, teachers? Okay pa ba? Okay, magandang gabi po, no? Magandang gabi po sa lahat. And of course, this time po, no, kindly comment, paki-comment po ng ating complete name, yung program po natin, and even po yung ating major, at saka yung ating school. Again, paki-comment po ng ating complete name, our program, and yung school po natin sa ating comment section. Okay, mag-comment lang po, no, para ma-shoutout po natin yung mga nagko-comment dyan. And of course, for our mantra here, hanggang September na po ito. Again, hanggang September na po ito. Let's claim, let's manifest po natin, no, na para sa bata, pamilya at kinabukasan, ako ay papasa. Again, let's claim that one. Let's manifest. Para sa bata, pamilya at kinabukasan, ako ay papasa. So this time po, no, so I would like to introduce myself first. I am Coach Jeff Hermoso Pascual, LPT. I am a licensed professional teacher. Naging high rater po tayo noong September 2024 licensure examination for professional teachers. I am also a left national lecturer. Nagtuturo po ako, no, sa dalawang online review centers. Nakakuha din po ako ng aking national certificate 2 holder. I am a NC2 holder. And of course, a graduate of BTPTED Electrical Technology at Carlos Hilado Memorial State University, Alihis Campus. And of course, by God's grace, nag-graduate po tayo bilang cum laude. I'm also a civil service honor graduate eligibility holder. And right now po, no, nagtuturo po ako as one of the faculty members here at Prestige Comprehensive School Incorporated. Okay, paki-shoutout po, no? Paki-mention ng ating friends, yung mga kakilala po natin na kukuha po ng licensure examination for professional teachers this upcoming September. Okay, pakitag po ng ating mga kakilala, yung mga classmates po natin, and paki-share po ng ating live tonight. Okay, so this time po, no, may tanong ako. Handa ka na ba? Again, handa ka na ba? Kapag handa ka na, pakilapag po sa ating comment section, handang-handa na. Again, kapag handa ka na, pakilapag po sa ating comment section, handang-handa na. Okay, hello din po, no, Miss Charito D. Pardigera. Okay, handa na ba? Kapag handa na po tayo, pakilapag po sa ating comment section, handang-handa na. Okay, it seems like handa na, no? Huwag na po nating patagalin. I welcome you all sa ating pangalawang session. And of course, I hope maging successful yung ating site with item number 1. Pakilapag po ng ating item number with your correct choice. Again, pakilapag po ng ating item number with your correct choice. Item number 1 here. The guest has requested not to be disturbed. Which room status code should you use? Is it A, C, O, letter B, O, C, C, letter C, D, and D, o letter D, D, O? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 1? Item number 1 here, the guest has requested not to be disturbed. Which room status code should you use? Is that A, C, O, letter B, O, C, C, letter C, D, and D, o letter D, D, O? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 1? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Okay, item number 1 here, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Pakilapag. Okay, I see letter C. Bak po ba yung letter C natin? Again, yung guest po natin no, nag-request po na not to be disturbed. Okay, ano po yung klase ng status code or room status code yung gagamitin natin? Is it A, C, O, letter B, O, C, C, letter C, D, and D, o letter D, T, O? Ano po yung compact na choice? Of course, huwag na po tayong lumayo. Ito po yung ating letter C. Okay, yan po yung ating D and D. Tandaan po natin, teachers, pag sinabi po natin D&D, it stands for do not disturb. Again, kapag sinabi po natin D&D, it stands for do not disturb. Of course, ito po yung gagamitin natin na klase po ng ating status code kapag yung guest po natin nag-request po ng tinatawag natin na privacy. Okay? And of course, wini-wish po nila na hindi po sila i-disturb. Okay? Yan po yung ating klase ng status code na gagamitin po natin. Yung CO po natin, tandaan po natin teachers, ang ibig sabihin po nito is check out. Again, yung ibig sabihin po ng CO, it means check out, no? Kumaga, ito po nag-indicate na yung guest natin has officially checked out of the room. Yung letter B natin dito, yung OCC, tandaan po natin teachers, ang ibig sabihin po nito is occupied. Again, OCC, it means yung room po is occupied by our guest. Yung letter D natin dito, yung DO, tandaan po natin teachers, yung ibig sabihin naman po nito is due out. Again, DO, it stands for due out. Kumbaga, yung guest po natin has requested, no, who is scheduled to check out that day. Okay, yan po yung ating DO. But then we're talking about here, yung klase ng status code na gagamitin po natin kung saan po yung customers natin or yung guest natin has requested not to be disturbed. Yan po yung ating D&D. Again, D&D, yan po yung compact na choice for item number 1. We go to item number 2 here. Who is responsible for supervising the team, including training, promotions, and motivating both new and existing personnel? Is it A, executive housekeeper? Letter B, deputy housekeeper. Letter C, assistant housekeeper. O letter D, floor supervisor. Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 2? Pakilapag po. Okay, item number 2 here, ano po yung tumpak na choice for this question? Again, who is responsible for supervising the team, including the training, promotions, and motivating both new and existing personnel? Is it A, executive housekeeper? Letter B, deputy housekeeper? Letter C, assistant housekeeper? O letter D, floor supervisor? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 2? Paklapag po. Okay, item number 2 here. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Okay, ano po yung choice ninyo? Okay, item number 2 here. Sige nga, pakilapag. Pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 2? Okay, responsable po no for supervising the team, including training, promotions, and motivating both new and existing personnel. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Of course, huwag na po tayong lumayo. Ito po yung ating executive. Again, executive housekeeper po yan. Tandaan po natin, teachers, no, pag sinabi po natin executive housekeeper, ito po yung head, no? Head po ng ating housekeeping department. Kumbaga yung purpose po nila or yung function po nila is nag-o-oversee po ng entire team. Again, nag-o-oversee po ng entire team and are responsible for major administrative functions. No? Katulad po ng ating training programs, yung ating staff promotions, and even po yung ating performance evaluation. Okay, yan po yung ating executive housekeeper. Yung letter B natin dito, yung deputy housekeeper, tandaan po natin teachers, ito naman po yung nag-a-assist, no? Nag-a-assist po ng ating executive housekeeper and may take over in their absence. Kapag absent po yung ating executive housekeeper, yung papalit po would be our deputy housekeeper. The next one here would be the assistant housekeeper. Ano po yung purpose nila? Pag sinabi po nating assistant housekeeper, ito po yung tumutulong, no? It helps manage daily operations but is more involved in operational tasks than high-level personal decisions. Kaya X po yung ating assistant housekeeper. Yung letter D natin dito, yung floor supervisor, tandaan po natin teachers, ito lamang po yung klase ng personnel no, na nag-o-oversee po ng housekeeping operations natin on a specific floor or section. Okay, yan po yung ating floor supervisor. But then we're talking about here, the one who is sitting on the top, okay, responsible for supervising the team, including training, promotions, and motivation. Yan po yung ating letter A, executive housekeeper po yan. Again, letter A, yan po yung tumpak na choice for item number 2. We go to item number 3 here. In the Japanese 5S principle, what do you mean by Siketsu? Is it A, to sort, letter B, to standardize, letter C, to shine, or letter D, to set in order? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 3? Okay, item number 3 here, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Okay, Miss Noime, ito po ay discussion sa ating exploratory courses. Okay, ito po ay combination po ng ating HE, ng ating industrial arts, yung ICT po natin, and even po yung ating AFA. Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Item number 3 here. In the Japanese 5S principle, what do you mean by Siketsu? Tandaan po natin, teachers, no, pag-aralan po natin ng mabuti yung ating 5S principle. Kasi nga po, suking-suki po yan ng ating let. Okay, item number 3 here in the Japanese 5S principle. What do you mean by Siketsu? Ano yan? Is it A, to sort, letter B, to standardize, letter C, to shine, or letter D, to set in order? Kapag sinabi po natin Siketsu, yan po ay letter B. Okay, very good po, no? Sa lahat naman nag-comment ng letter B, to standardize. Tandaan po natin, teachers, pag sinabi po natin to standardize or yung Siketsu natin mismo, ito po yung fourth step. Again, ito po yung fourth step in our 5S system. Kumbaga nagre-refer po siya, no, when it comes to creating standards, 'di ba, para ma-maintain po natin yung first 3 S po natin o yung free S na tinatawag natin. Ano po 'yon? Yung unang-una would be our sort, our set in order, and even po yung ating shine. Okay? Para ma-ensure po natin yung tinatawag natin na consistency and uniformity in processes and cleanliness. Okay? Yan po yung ating standardized. Nagkakaroon ka po ng standard mismo. Yung letter A natin dito, to sort, tandaan po natin, teachers, ito po yung ating seri. Okay? Yung seri, ito po yung first step, no? Kumbaga, ito po ay nagfo-focus on removing unnecessary items. Okay? Kapag may mga things ka pa na hindi mo na ginagamit, yung gagawin mo, you have to apply sorting, no? Or seri. It means you have to declutter, you have to dispose unnecessary items. Yung letter C natin dito, to shine, tandaan po natin, teachers, ito naman po yung tinatawag natin na seso. Again, to shine, it means yan po yung ating seso. Yung ibig sabihin po nito, nag-i-involve po siya ng cleaning the workplace. Again, cleaning the workplace, yan po yung ating to shine. Yung letter D natin dito, to set in order, tandaan po natin, ito po yung seton na tinatawag natin. Okay? Of course, ito po yung ating second step, no? Nag-i-involve po siya ng organizing items for easy access and efficiency. Para mas madali po nating ma-access, mas madali po natin, and napaka-convenient po sa atin, and napaka-efficient po natin na ma-reach, no, yung mga bagay-bagay, we have to apply our siton or to set in order. Nagkakaroon ka po ng organization. Yan po yung ating to set in order. But then we're talking about here Seketsu. Yan po yung ating letter B, to standardize po yan. Again, letter B, yan po yung tumpak na choice for item number 3. We go to item number 4 here. Which of the following does not belong to the group? Again, we're looking for an exception here. Is it A, vacuum? Letter B, bathroom cleanser? Letter C, clean air spray? O letter D, degreaser? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 4? Again, item number 4 here, pakilapag po, ano po yung tumpak na choice for this question? Again, we're looking for an exception here. Tandaan po natin, teachers, no, during actual board examination, kadalasan po sinasadya ng PRC na ilagay po, no, lower case po yung mga exceptions doon. So you really have to be observant po, no, sa paghanap po kung ano po talaga yung tinatanong. Okay? Kasi nga po kadalasan kapag hindi po natin na notice, no, na exception pala yung hinahanap natin, magkakamali po talaga tayo. Okay? You really have to be observant. And of course, dapat alam na alam mo talaga, na-comprehend mo talaga ng mabuti yung tanong. Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Item number 4 here. I see a lot of letter D. Tumpak po ba yung letter D natin? Again, we're looking for exception. Okay, I see a lot of letter D. Tumpak po ba yung letter D natin? Of course, yan po ay mali. Kasi nga po, pag sinabi po nating vacuum, ito po yung cleaning equipment. Again, yung vacuum, ito po yung cleaning equipment na ginagamit natin, no, to remove dust, di ba, in dirt from the floor. Yan po yung ating vacuum. Yung letter B natin, yung letter C, at saka yung letter D natin, and of course, magkapareho po sila. Okay? Sila po yung mga agents natin mismo. Okay? We have our cleaning agents and even po yung ating tinatawag na freshening products. Okay? Sila po ay halimbawa ng mga products mismo or agents in our kitchen. But then we're talking about here the vacuum, no? We're looking for exception. Yung vacuum po natin, yan lamang po yung naiiba kasi nga po, siya po ay makategorize po natin as equipment. Again, yung letter A po natin, kabilang po siya as equipment. Yung B, C, at saka yung letter D natin, they are called or can be categorized as agents, no, or products. Kaya X po yung ating letter B, C, at letter D. Okay, we go to item number. Ito po yung itsura ng ating vacuum. We go to item number 5 here. Jeff is a cosmetologist and he wants to remove flakes, scales, or dead skin from his client. What procedure should he perform? Is it A, massage? Letter B, scalding. Letter C, exfoliation. Or letter D, cleansing? Ano po yung tumpak ng choice for item number 5? Again, item number 5 here. Jeff is a cosmetologist and he wants to remove, no, he wants to remove flakes, scales, and dead skin from his client. What procedure should he perform? Is it A, massage? Letter B, scalding. Letter C, exfoliation. Or letter D, cleansing? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 5? Okay, item number 5 here, pakilapag po. Okay, medyo pasensyahan niyo po yung aking boses. Okay, medyo napapaos na po ako, no? Kasi nga po, during the, kapag araw, ay nagtuturo ako ng aking, or my full-time class po ako. Okay? Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Item number 5 here. Jeff is a cosmetologist and he wants to remove flakes, scales, or dead skin from his client. What procedure yung kinakailangan niyang gagawin? Is it A, massage? Letter B, scalding? Letter C, exfoliation? O letter D, cleansing? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 5? Okay, Miss Jacqueline, this will be uploaded po sa ating YouTube. Again, this will be uploaded sa ating YouTube. Kasi nga po, kapag nag-live po tayo tonight sa ating page, eh mawawala po yan after 30 days. Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Item number 5 here, of course, ano pong klaseng procedure yung gagamitin? Yan po yung ating exfoliation. Okay, yan po yung ating letter C. Tandaan po natin teachers, pag sinabi po natin exfoliation, ito po yung process, no? Ito po yung klase ng proseso na nire-remove po natin yung dead skin, okay? Yung dead skin cells, yung flakes or scales from the skin surface using po yung ating mga scrubs, yung ating mga brushes, and even po kapag in-applyan po ng ating mga chemical products, okay? Yan po yung ating exfoliation. Yung letter A natin dito, yung massage, of course, ito lamang po yung rubbing, no? Rubbing and kneading the body to relieve tension. And of course, to stimulate circulation or relax muscles. Okay? Yung masahe mismo, yan po yung ating massage. Yung letter B natin dito, of course, napaka-inappropriate naman ito, no? Kasi nga po, pag sinabi po nating scalding, of course, it refers to burning with hot liquid or steam. Okay? Yan po yung ating scalding. Yung letter D natin dito, yung cleansing, tandaan po natin, of course, ito lamang po yung washing, no? Again, washing or cleaning the skin to remove dirt. Yan po yung cleansing. But then we're talking about here yung klase ng procedure, no? Na gagamitin po ni Jeff when it comes to removing flakes, scales, or dead skin ng kanyang client. Yan po yung ating letter C, exfoliation po yan. Again, letter C, yan po yung tumpak na choice for item number 5. We go to item number 6 here. Blank is a cosmetic treatment that focuses on improving the appearance of the fingernails. Is it A, pedicure? Letter B, manicure? Letter C, hairstyling? O letter D, skincare? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 6? Again, a cosmetic treatment that focuses on improving, okay, improving the appearance of the fingernails. Is it A, pedicure? Letter B, manicure? Letter C, hairstyling? O letter D, skincare? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 6? Okay, item number 6, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Kapag fingernails, ano po yan? Is it A, pedicure? Letter B, manicure? Letter C, hairstyling? O letter D, skincare? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 6? I see a lot of letter B here. Tumpak po ba yung letter B natin? What about the others? Ano po yung choice niyo for item number 6? Okay, item number 6 here. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? I see a lot of letter B. Tumpak po ba yung letter B natin? Of course, yan po ay, tingnan natin. Okay, item number 6 here, of course, yan po ay tumpak. No? Tandaan po natin, teachers, pag sinabi po nating manicure, ito po yung cosmetic beauty treatment natin. No? Specifically po, design po sila, di ba? Ginagawa po natin sa ating mga fingernails and hands, including po yung tinatawag natin na nail shaping, yung cuticle care, and sometimes po, yung pag-polish po ng ating mga kuko sa kamay. Okay, yan po yung ating manicure. Yung pedicure po natin, tandaan po natin, parehong procedure lamang po yan. But then, if we are talking about pedicure, of course, yung two nails naman po, okay? Yung mga kuko po natin sa paa, yan naman po yung ating pedicure. Yung letter C natin dito, yung hairstyling, of course, ito lamang po yung cutting, no? Again, cutting, arranging, and grooming of hair. Hindi po sa ating kuko or nails. Kaya X po yung ating hairstyling. Yung letter D natin dito, of course, yung skincare, it encompasses, no? Nag-encompass po siya ng treatments na tinatawag natin for our facial or body skin, hindi po sa ating nails. Kaya X po yung ating skincare. But then we're talking about here yung klase ng cosmetic treatment that focuses on improving the appearance of the fingernails. Okay, fingernails, yung makukuha natin sa kamay, yan po yung manicure. Again, letter B, manicure po yung tumpak na choice. Ano po yung itsura ng manicure? Ito po siya. Okay, kapag kamay naman ay yung kuko sa paa, again, kapag kuko sa paa, yan naman po yung tinatawag natin na pedicure. We go to item number 7 here. What is the function of eggs when they are used to combine two unmixable ingredients? Is that A, as a leavening agent? Letter B as an emulsifying agent. Letter C as garnishing. O letter D as a binding agent. Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 7? Pakilapag po. Okay, item number 7, what is the function of eggs when they are used to combine two unmixable ingredients? Is that A as a leavening agent, letter B as an emulsifying agent, letter C as garnishing, or letter D as a binding agent? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 7? Okay, item number 7 here, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Pakilapag po. Okay, function po ng eggs, no? When they are used to combine, di ba? Kino-combine po natin yung dalawang unmixable ingredients. Is it A as a leavening agent? Letter B as emulsifying agent? Letter C as garnishing? O letter D as a binding agent? Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Of course, ito po ay I see letter B. May ilan ding sumasagot ng letter A. What about the others? Ano po yung choice ninyo for item number 7? Okay, item number 7 here. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Okay, item number 7. Of course, the best option here would be letter. May habol pa ba? Okay, I see letter C as well. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? Of course, yan po ay mali. Okay, kasi nga po, yung tumpak na choice po natin dito would be letter B. Okay, yan po yung ating emulsifying agent. Diba? Yung eggs po natin, nag-act po siya no, as emulsifier. Kasi nga po, pag sinabi nating eggs, no, particularly po yung yolk na tinatawag natin, contain lecithin. Okay? And of course, tumutulong po yan na stabilize po yung emulsions na tinatawag natin. Of course, ito po yung combination of ingredients that typically do not mix. Okay? Yung mga mixtures po natin na hindi kayang-kaya natin na i-mix, no? Hindi po sila ma-mix. But then yung eggs po natin nag-act po siya as emulsifier, no? As emulsifying agent. For example, yung oil po natin at saka yung water natin, hindi po natin sila directly na ma-mix. But then with the help of eggs, pwedeng-pwede po natin sila i-mix kasi nga po, yung purpose ng eggs po natin ay nagiging emulsifier po siya. Okay? Yan po yung ating letter B. Yung letter A natin dito as a leavening agent, tandaan po natin, yung eggs po natin no, can trap air and help products rise during baking. Okay? Kapag minix po natin yung ating eggs, no, nagke-create po yan ng mga bubbles, di ba? And of course, tumutulong po yan ating mga products or yung mga baked goods po natin na rise. Okay? This is especially po yung natin. Okay? Sa world living Klarisin natin dito yung garnishing. Tandaan po natin, of course, decoration lang or the appearance of food. Yan po yung ating garnishing. Yung halimbawa po nito, yung ating meatballs and even po yung ating mga patties. Okay? Yan po yung ating binding agent. But then we're talking about here yung function mismo ng eggs natin, kung saan kayang-kaya po niyang i-combine yung two unmixable ingredients. Yan po yung ating letter B as an emulsifying agent. We go to item number 8 here. Again, item number 8, which of the following fat-soluble vitamins helps maintain good vision? Again, we're talking about here, para magkaroon po tayo ng good vision, is it A, calciferol, letter B, tocopherol, letter C, retinol, or letter D, vitamin K? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 8? Again, which of the following fat-soluble vitamins helps maintain good vision? Is it A, calciferol, letter B, tocopherol, letter C, retinol, o letter D, vitamin K? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 8? Pakilapag po. Okay, item number 8 here, ano po yung tumpak na choice? I see a lot of letter C here. Retinol. Tumpak po ba yung retinol natin? What about the others? Ano po yung choice ninyo for item number 8? Okay po, no? Shout out po sa aming program chair, Mark Gerald Nalias. Okay, Engineer Mark Gerald Nalias, shout out po sa you, sir. Thank you for watching our live tonight. Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? I see a lot of letter C here. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? Retinol? Of course, yan po ay tumpak. No? Pag sinabi po natin retinol o yung vitamin A natin mismo, tandaan po natin teachers, pag sinabi po natin retinol, yan po yung ating vitamin A. Okay? Ito po yung nag-play po ng critical role in maintaining healthy vision. Diba? Especially po no, in low light conditions. Yan po yung ating retinol. Kapag good vision, retinol po yan. Yung letter A natin dito, yung calciferol o yung vitamin D natin. Again, kapag vitamin D, yan po yung ating calciferol. Diba? Ito po ay importante no, or napaka-crucial po siya for calcium absorption and bone health. Again, for calcium absorption and bone health, yan po yung ating calciferol. Yung letter B natin dito, yung tocopherol, tandaan po natin teachers, ito po yung vitamin E. Again, yung tocopherol, yan po yung ating vitamin E. And of course, ito po ay antioxidant. Again, yung tocopherol, yan po yung ating antioxidant. Yung letter D natin dito, yung vitamin K, tandaan po natin teachers, ito po ay napaka-essential, no? Napaka-essential for blood clotting. Again, for blood clotting, yan po yung ating vitamin K. But then we're talking about here a type of fat-soluble vitamin that helps maintain good vision. Yan po yung ating letter C, retinol po yan or yung vitamin A natin mismo. Okay, ano po yung sources ng ating vitamin A? Ito po siya, no? Paki-screenshot po ito. Again, the sources of vitamin A here, hindi po mawawala yung ating carrots dito, and even po yung ating squash. Okay, yan po yung mga sources ng tinatawag natin na vitamin A. We go to item number 9 here. Which of the following helps body cells convert carbohydrates into energy? Is it A, thymine, letter B, ascorbic acid, letter C, riboflavin, or letter D, cobalamin? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 9? Again, which of the following helps body cells convert carbohydrates? Okay, kaya po natin i-convert yung carbohydrates natin into energy. Is it A, thymine, letter B, ascorbic acid, letter C, riboflavin, o letter D, cobalamin? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 9? Pakilapag po. Okay, Miss Irene Lacheca, okay, award licensed professional teacher noong March 2025. Okay, kamusta po kayo dyan? Okay, thank you for visiting our page. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Item number 9 here, I see letter A. Tumpak po ba yung letter A natin? Again, tumutulong po siya no, to convert our carbohydrates into energy. Is it A, thymine? Letter B, ascorbic acid. Letter C, riboflavin. O letter D, cobalamin? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 9? Okay, item number 9 here, I see letter A. Tumpak po ba yung letter A natin? Okay, I see a lot of letter A here. Tumpak po ba yung letter A natin? Of course, yan po ay tumpak, no? Pag sinabi po natin thymine, tandaan po natin teachers, ito po yung vitamin B1 natin. Again, kapag thymine, yan po yung ating vitamin B1 and of course, nagpe nagpo-play po siya ng role no in our energy metabolism, 'di ba? Particularly po, tumutulong po siya sa ating katawan no para ma-convert po yung natin yung ating carbohydrates into glucose, 'di ba? Which is then used for energy by cells. Okay? From carbohydrates into energy, yan po yung purpose ng ating thiamine. Yung larabin natin dito, yung ascorbic acid, tandaan po natin teachers, ito po yung vitamin C natin mismo. Again, ascorbic acid, yan po yung ating vitamin C. And of course, ito po ay napaka-importante no? In boosting our immune system. Kapag immune system, yan po yung ating ascorbic acid. Yung larasin natin dito, yung riboflavin, tandaan po natin teachers, ito po yung vitamin B2 po natin mismo. Of course, ito po ay tumutulong din po no, sa ating energy production, but involved po yung ating metabolizing fats and proteins. Again, metabolizing fats and proteins, yan po yung ating riboflavin. Yung laro din natin dito, yung cobalamin, ito po yung vitamin B12 natin. Again, yung vitamin B12, yan po yung ating cobalamin. And of course, ito po ay napaka-vital no, for red blood cell formation and even po sa ating nervous system. Kapag tinanong po kayo sa actual board examination kung anong klaseng vitamin, yung mga vegetarian, kung anong kulang na vitamin sa kanila, yung isagot po ninyo cobalamin, yan po yung ating vitamin B12. Okay, saan po nakukuha yung ating vitamin B12? Sa mga meat products po natin. Okay, yan po yung ating letter D. But then we're talking about here yung klase po ng vitamin, no? Na kayang-kaya po niyang i-convert yung ating carbohydrates into energy. Yan po yung ating vitamin B1 o yung thiamine po natin mismo. Okay, letter A, yan po yung tumpak na choice for item number 9. We go to item number 10 here. There are many plant diseases. How would you describe a plant that is suffering from canker? Is that A, the plant becomes rotten? Letter B, the external tissues are swollen. Letter C, it suffers an open wound infected by fungi. Letter D, it turns brown as if it had been burned. Again, item number 10 here. There are many plant diseases. How would you describe a plant that is suffering from canker? Is it A, the plant becomes rotten? Letter B, the external tissues are swollen. Letter C, it suffers an open wound infected by fungi. O letter D, it turns brown as if it had been burned. Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 10? O ito po ay AFA, no? AFA concept po ito. Okay, agriculture. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Item number 10 here. Okay, I see letter C. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? Okay, letter C. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? What about the others? Ano po yung choice ninyo for item number 10? I see letter C. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? Okay, I see a lot of letter C here. Okay, letter C, letter C. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? Of course, yan po ay tumpak, no? Pag sinabi po natin canker, of course, obviously po, no, nagsasuffer po yung plant natin sa tinatawag natin na open wound, no? May open wound po na nangyayari, and of course, na-infect po yan ng mga fungus, no, or fungi. And of course, tandaan po natin, pag sinabi po natin canker, ito po yung plant disease natin, no? Again, a plant disease na cause po mismo ng ating mga fungus or bacteria that infect the stems, yung mga branches, and even po yung trunks, no? Often leading to sunken, open lesions or wounds, di ba? Parang medyo may makikita po natin, no, na ma-open po yung part mismo ng ating part ng ating plants. And of course, that is being infected ng ating fungus. Yan po yung ating canker. Ano po yung itsura niya? Ito po mismo, no? Ito po yung itsura ng canker disease natin. Okay? So na nakuha po natin, paki-screenshot po ito. We go to item number 11. What type of insect feeds on leaves by biting and eating them? Is it A, sucking? Letter B, siphoning? Letter C, sponging? O letter D, chewing? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 11? Again, item number 11 here, what type of insect? Again, we're talking about here, yung klase ng insect natin mismo that feeds on leaves by biting. Okay, kinakagat po nila, no? And eating them. Ano po yan? Is it A, sucking? Letter B, siphoning? Letter C, sponging? O letter D, chewing? Ano pong klaseng insect yan? Okay, pakilapag po, item number 11. Ano po yung tumpak na choice for this item? Okay, I see letter D. Tumpak po ba yung letter D natin? What about the others? Ano po yung choice niyo for this item? Okay, letter D. Tumpak po ba yung letter D natin? Okay, letter D. Tumpak ba yung letter D natin? Of course, yan po ay tumpak, no? Yan po yung ating mga chewing insects. Okay, ano po yung mga halimbawa niya? Ito po, no? Tandaan po natin, pag sinabi po natin yung mga chewing insects po natin, ito po yung may mga chewing mouth parts po mismo, no? Yung mga halimbawa po nito, yung mga grasshoppers, yung mga beetles, and even po yung ating mga caterpillars. Okay, yan po yung ating chewing insects. Kumbaga, binabite po nila and even grind solid food katulad po ng mga leaves ng ating plants. Okay? Yan po yung ating chewing insect. Yung sucking, tandaan po natin yung klase ng mga insect, yung mga sucking insects po natin. Yung halimbawa po nito, yung mga ating aphids and even po yung ating mga mosquitoes. Okay? Yan po yung halimbawa ng ating mga sucking insects. Yung letter B natin dito, yung sip honing, tandaan po natin, yung halimbawa po nito would be our butterflies. Again, yung mga butterflies po natin, yan po yung halimbawa ng ating mga siphoning insects. Yung letter C natin dito, yung sponging, tandaan po natin teachers, yung halimbawa po nito would be our house flies. Okay, yung mga langaw, sila po ay makaklasify po natin as sponging insects. But then we're talking about here yung klase ng mga insect kung saan po no, binabite po nila, chinuchew po nila, and even eating the leaves, yan po yung ating chewing insect. Okay, letter D, yan po yung tumpak na choice for item number 11. We go to item number 12 here. Which of the following can be considered as a macronutrient for plants? Is it A, nitrogen, letter B, iron, letter C, manganese, or letter D, copper? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 12? Again, which of the following can be considered as macronutrient for plants? Is it A, nitrogen, letter B, iron, letter C, manganese, or letter D, copper? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for this item? Pakilapag po. Okay, item number 12 here. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Pakilapag po sa ating comment section. Okay, I see a lot of letter A here. Macronutrient. Of course, yan po ay tumpak po ba yung letter A natin? Of course, yan po ay tumpak, no? Yan po yung ating nitrogen mismo. Tandaan po natin, teachers, pag sinabi po nating nitrogen, ito po yung primary, no? Primary macronutrient po natin na napaka-essential po, no? For plant growth, okay? Aside from nitrogen, ano pa po yung mga makukonsider natin as macronutrients? Yung ating nitrogen, yung ating phosphorus, and even po yung ating potassium, okay? Yan po yung ating NPK. Sila po ay macronutrient. Yung iron po natin makukonsider po as micronutrient. Yung iron, makukonsider po natin as micronutrient. And of course, ito po yung need ng kumbaga sila po ay needed lamang in small amounts. Okay, yan po yung ating iron. Yung manganese po natin, ito po ay micronutrient din. And of course, napaka-importante po sa ating photosynthesis and even po sa ating enzyme activation. Yan po yung ating manganese. Yung letter D natin dito, makukonsider din po natin siya no, as micronutrient na tumutulong po no, in reproduction and root metabolism. Okay, yan po yung ating copper. But then we're talking about here yung klase po ng nutrient na makukonsider po natin no, in big amount or macronutrient, yan po yung ating nitrogen. Okay, letter A, yan po yung tumpak na choice for item number 12. We go to item number 13. Which of the following file extensions is typically used for Microsoft Word documents created in modern versions of the software? Is it A, XLSX, letter B, PPTX, letter C, Docs, or letter D, PDF? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 13? Again, we're talking about here yung file extensions po natin na ginagamit po natin no, sa ating Microsoft Word. Ano po yan? Is it A, .xlsx, letter B, .pptx, letter C, .docs, or letter D, .pdf? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 13? Okay, pakilapag po. I see letter C. Oh, very easy. Kapag ganito po yung matanungan sa actual board examination, sinasabi ko po, napaka-obvious na po ng ating sagot. So, dapat alam na alam po natin at hindi na po tayo magkakamali. Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? I see letter C. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? Docs? Okay, are you sure? Okay, I see a lot of letter C here. May ilan din sumasagot ng letter B. But then we're talking about here Microsoft Word. Yan po yung ating letter C mismo. Okay, yan po yung ating file extension, yung docs po natin mismo. Tandaan po natin, no? Pag sinabi po nating .docs, ito po yung default, no? Default file extension para po sa ating mga Microsoft Word documents. Yung letter A natin dito, yung .xlsx, ito po yung file extension para sa ating Microsoft Excel. Again, Microsoft Excel or yung sa ating mga spreadsheets, yan po yung ating letter A. Yung letter B natin dito, yung PPTX, yan naman po yung ating gagamitin, yung file extension para sa ating mga Microsoft PowerPoint, sa ating mga presentations. Yung letter po ba yung ibig sabihin? Again, portable document format, and of course, it was developed by Adobe. Okay, yan po yung ating PDF. But then we're talking about here yung anong klaseng ng file extension, yung para po no sa ating Microsoft Word or documents, yan po yung ating docs mismo. Okay, letter C po yung tumpak na choice. We go to item number 14, a type of gate that gives a high output. Tandaan po natin, high output, if all inputs are high, is called blank. Is it A, and? Letter B, or? Letter C, NAND, or letter D, NOR? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 14? Again, we're talking about here a logic gate, no? Ano po yan? Ano pong klaseng gate yan that gives a high output, 'di ba? Magwa 1 po yung output niya kapag lahat po ng inputs ay 1 mismo or high. Ano po yan? Is it A, AND gate? Letter B, OR gate? Letter C, NAND gate? O letter D, NOR gate? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 14? Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Pakilapag po. Okay, item number 14 here, we're talking about a logic gate, no? Yung mga logic gates po natin, wag po natin kalimutan yan. Okay, I see letter B, OR gate. Tumpak po ba yung letter B natin? May ilan din sumasagot ng letter C, NAND gate. Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Pakilapag po. Okay, letter B, letter C, nakahati ang taong bayan. But then we're talking about here, yung klase ng gate po natin that gives a high output, no? Kapag lahat po ng inputs niya are high, no? Or 1 mismo. Ano po yan? AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, already NOR gate. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Yan po ay letter A. Yan po yung ating AND gate mismo. Tandaan po natin teachers, ito po yung itsura ng ating AND gate, no? Pag sinabi po nating AND gate, yung magbibigay po siya ng output, no? Magiging high po yung output niya. Yung ibig sabihin po kapag high, it means may 1. Again, 1 po kapag high, no? Only when all its inputs are high. Kapag lahat po ng inputs niya ay 1, magkakaroon po siya ng high output. Kapag if any input is low or zero, the output will be low. Okay? If any po no, sa kanyang mga inputs ay zero or low, magkakaroon po siya ng output na low or zero mismo. Okay? Tandaan po natin, yung AND gate po natin, all you have to do is to multiply this one. Okay? Ito po yung truth table natin mismo. Yung input po natin is zero, yung isang input po natin ay zero. Okay, yan po yung dalawang inputs po natin. So all you have to do here is to multiply them. 0 times 0, that gives you 0. Next, 0 times 1 here, that gives you 0. 1 times 0 here, that gives you 0. And 1 times 1 here, that gives you 1. Okay, yan po yung ibig sabihin ng ating AND gate. You have to multiply. Yan po yung ating truth table. And of course, once we're talking about NAND gate, tandaan po natin, may presence po ng NOT gate. Okay? Yung ibig sabihin po ng NOT, i-inverter po yan. Okay? Ito po yung NOT natin dito, no? Okay? Kapag NOT gate, inverter, okay, yung opposite mismo. Okay? So for example here, yung input mo ay 0 and yung another input mo ay 0. Supposedly, dapat yung sagot mo dito or yung output mo will be 0. But then, may presence po ng inverter natin or not gate, kaya yung magiging opposite po yung sagot natin. So, supposedly, zero po yung ilalagay natin or yung output niya. But then, we're talking about non-gate or not gate, okay? May inverter po, kaya opposite po yan. Ano po yung opposite ng zero? 1 po yan. That's why nagkaroon po ng 1 dito. Okay, next one here. For example, yung input mo zero and then yung another input mo is 1. Supposedly, dapat po no, yung sagot mo dito ay zero. But then may presence po ng inverter natin, kaya magkakaroon ka po ng 1. Okay? Ano po yung opposite ng zero natin? That is 1. Next one here, let's go to OR gate. Tandaan po natin teachers, no, pag sinabi po natin OR gate, all you have to do here is to add. Again, kapag OR gate, i-add lang po natin yung ating inputs. So for example here, yung input po natin, no, may 0 ka. Yung isang input mo is 0. So 0 plus 0, that gives you 0 as your output. Next one here. Yung isang input mo dito is 0, and then may isang input ka na 1. So you have to plus that one or to add that one. 0 plus 1, that gives you 1 here. Okay? Yan po yung OR gate. You just have to add. Kapag AND gate, multiply. Kapag OR gate, you have to add. Ito yung exciting, yung NOR gate po natin. No? Pag sinabi po nating NOR gate, may presence pa rin po ng NOT gate, no, or inverter. So all you have to do here is to provide the opposite answer. So for example, here you have your inputs, no, 0 and 0. You add 0, 0, that gives you 0 supposedly. But then may presence po ng ating inverter, kaya that gives you 1. Okay, ano po yung opposite ng ating 0? That is 1. Next one here, for example, you have input 0 and then another input 1. Supposedly, yung sagot po natin dito ay 1, di po ba? But then may presence po ng ating inverter, ito po yung bilog mismo. Okay, yan po yung ating inverter. Okay, so all you have to do here is to give the opposite answer. Ano po yung opposite ng 1? That ay yung yung opposite po ng 1 natin dito, that gives you 0. That's why po nagkaroon ng 0 natin dito. Okay? Kapag may NOT po no or inverter, all you have to do here is to give the opposite answer. Okay? Kapag AND gate, you have to do is multiply. Kapag OR gate, you have to add. Okay, sana nakuha po natin? That's item number 14. Letter A po yung tumpak na choice and gate po yan. We go to item number 15. Which tool is primarily used to smooth and shape wood surfaces? Is that A, chisel, letter B, hacksaw, letter C, hand plane, or letter D, claw hammer? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 15? Again, item number 15, which tool is primarily used to smooth and shape wood surfaces? Is that A, chisel, letter B, hacksaw, letter C, hand plane, or letter D, claw hammer? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 15? Okay, pakilapag po, item number 15, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Okay, item number 15. Which tool is primarily used to smooth and shape wood surfaces? Is that A, chisel, letter B, hacksaw, letter C, hand plane, or letter D, claw hammer? Ano po yung tumpak na choice? I see a lot of letter A here. Tumpak po ba yung letter A natin? Okay, letter A, letter A. Tumpak po ba yung letter A natin? Of course, yan ay mali. Kasi nga po, once we're talking about here, a type of tool na gagamitin po natin no, to smoothen and shaping our wood surfaces, yan po yung ating hand plane mismo. Ano po yung itsura ng ating hand plane? Ito po siya. No? Ito po yung ating hand plane. Tandaan po natin teachers, pag sinabi po nating hand plane, ito po ay design, no? Ito po yung klase ng tool natin that is designed specifically po to smoothen, di ba? And shaping wood by shaving thin layers from its surface. Okay, yan po yung ating hand plane. Yung letter A natin dito, yung chisel, tandaan po natin teachers, ito po yung klase ng tool na gagamitin po natin for carving or cutting wood. Yung letter B natin dito, yung hacksaw, of course, ito po yung klase ng saw natin, no? Na ginagamit po natin for cutting metals. Again, for cutting metals or even po yung mga PVC pipes natin, yan po yung ating hacksaw. Yung letter D natin dito, yung claw hammer, tandaan po natin teachers, yung purpose po niya is to drive and remove nails. Again, to drive and remove nails. Yan po yung ating claw hammer. But then we're talking about here a type of tool na gagamitin po natin to smoothen and shaping wood surfaces. Yan po yung ating letter C, hand plane po yan. We go to item number 16. What is the binary value of 9 decimal? Oh, ito lumabas po ito last March, no? What is the binary value of 9 decimal? Is it A, 0, 1, 1 base 2? Letter B, 1, 0, 0, 0 base 2. Letter C, 1, 0, 0, 1 base 2. Or letter D, 1, 0, 1, 0 base 2. Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 16? O ito, binary po ito, no? Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Item number 16. Okay, pakilapag po sa ating comment section. What is the best option here? Okay, item number 16, pakilapag po. So I'll give you 1 minute to solve this. Okay, 1 minute. Ano po yung binary value ng ating 9 decimal? Is it A, 0111? Letter B, 1000. Letter C, 1001 or letter D, 1010. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Okay, pagpasensyahan niyo po yung aking boses, no? Medyo nawawalan na po ako ng boses. Okay, napapaos po tayo. Item number 16 here. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? I see letter C. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? Of course, yan po ay tumpak, no? Paano po natin yan na-solve? All we have to do here is to follow our step, no? Let's convert po yung ating 9 decimal sa ating binary. So all we have to do here is to perform our basic division. Okay? Basic division lamang. So let's start from 9 here. Yung rule po natin dito, teachers, tandaan po natin, do not stop dividing unless you reach 0. Again, yung pinaka-rule po natin dito, do not stop dividing unless you reach 0. So let's start from 9. Yung 9 po natin, i-dividean po natin ng ating 2. Okay? Kasi nga po binary, di po ba? So 9 divided by 2, that gives you 4. Ilang 2 meron yung 9? Of course, 4 po yan. May remainder? Wala. Of course, meron. May sobra. So you put 1. Next, are we done here? Of course, not yet. Kasi nga po, yung rule natin, dapat 0. Yung 4 po natin, didividean po natin ng 2. That gives you 2. Ilang 2 meron yung 4? Of course, dalawa lamang. May sobra, wala? Wala. You put 0. Next, yung 2 po natin, no, i-dividean po natin ang ating 2. That gives you 1. Ilang 2 meron yung 2? Of course, isa lamang, no? May sobra, wala? Of course, wala. You put 0. Next, 1 divided by 2. That gives you, ilang 2 meron yung 1? Of course, 0. Di po ba? May sobra po yan. Of course, may remainders, no? So you put 1. Okay? And of course, the next step here, all you have to do is to read that upward. Again, read that upward. That gives you 1, 0, 0, 1. Again, 1, 0, 0, 1. That is the binary value of 9 decimal. Again, the binary value of 9 decimal would be 100 base 2. Sana nakuha po natin, that's item number 16, letter C po yung tumpak na choice. We go to item number 17. PDF stands for blank. Is it A, portable document framework? Letter B, portable document format. Letter C, personal document file. O letter D, personal documentation format. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Again, item number 17, PDF stands for, is that a portable document framework? Letter B, portable document format. Letter C, personal document file. O letter D, personal documentation format. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Okay, ano po yung ibig sabihin ng ating PDF? O ano po yan? Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Item number 17. Pakilapag po. I see letter C. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? O may ilan ding sumasagot ng letter A. May ilan ding sumasagot ng letter B. Portable document format. But ano po yung tumpak na choice natin dito? Letter B. May ilan ding sumasagot ng letter C. Okay, ano po yung tumpak na choice? Item number 17. Once we're talking about PDF, it stands for Letter B, okay, yan po yung ating portable document format. Tandaan po natin teachers, no, yung PDF po natin, ito po yung file format natin mismo, develop po ng Adobe mismo, no, that preserves the layout. Okay, pinipreserve po niya yung layout, yung fonts, yung images, and even po yung mga formatting ng ating mga documents across different platforms and devices. 'Di ba? Commonly po ginagamit po natin siya for our documents, 'di ba, that are meant to be shared and printed without alteration. Okay? Hindi na po pwede nating i-change 'yan. Hindi na po natin 'yan pwedeng maa-alter. Okay? Yan po yung ating PDF or yung portable document format. Unless na lang po no from PDF i-convert mo po into Word. Okay? That's the time na pwedeng-pwede po nating i-edit. But then we're talking about here yung definition mismo ng ating PDF. Yan po yung ating portable document format. We go to item number 18. Which of the following best describes a computer virus? Again, best describes or yung pinaka-best na description po no, ng ating computer virus is that A physical device that damages hardware. Letter B, a malicious software program that replicates itself. Letter C, a type of internet browser. Already a tool used to clean dust from computer components. Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 18? Again, best description po no, ng ating computer virus. Ano po yan? Is that A, physical device? Letter B, malicious software? Letter C, a type of internet browser? Or letter D, a tool used to clean dust from computer components? Ano po yung tumpak na choice? I see a lot of letter B. Tumpak po ba yung letter B natin? Okay, letter B, letter B. Tumpak po ba yung letter B natin? Of course, yan po ay yan po ay tumpak, no? Yan po yung ating malicious software program. Okay, tandaan po natin teachers, pag sinabi po nating computer virus, okay, tandaan po, pag sinabi po nating computer virus, ito po yung klase ng malware po natin, no? Or malicious software po natin that attaches itself to legitimate programs or files. 'Di ba? Nagre-replicate po siya, dumadami siya, no? And even spreads, 'di ba? Often causing harm or stealing data. Okay, ninanakaw po yan yung mga information, yung mga data, and even causing harm to our computers. Okay, yan po yung ating computer virus. So the best option here would be letter B. Okay, yun po yung ating malicious software. We go to item number 19. What quality refers to relying on your own ability to accomplish tasks without depending on others to make decisions for you? Is it A, risk-taking? Letter B, self-reliance. Letter C, humility. O letter D, positive thinking. Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 19? Again, what quality refers to relying. Di ba? Nagre-rely ka po no, sa iyong uh, own ability or abilidad, di ba? Sariling abilidad, no? To accomplish tasks without depending on others. Is that A, risk-taking? Letter B, self-reliance. Letter C, humility. O letter D, positive thinking. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Pakilapag po. Okay, item number 19. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? I see letter C, humility. Tumpak po ba yung letter C natin? What about the others? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for this item? Okay, letter B. Letter B, self-reliance. Di ba nagre-rely ka po no, sa sarili mong abilidad? Ano po yan? Risk-taking po ba? Self-reliance, humility, or yung tinatawag natin na positive thinking? Ano po yung tumpak na choice? I see a lot of letter B here. Tumpak po ba yung letter B natin? Of course, yan po ay tumpak, no? Self-reliance, di ba? Nagre-rely ka po no, sa iyong sarili mismo, sa iyong sariling abilidad. Okay? Yan po yung ating self-reliance. Tandaan po, pag sinabi po nating self-reliance, of course, ito po yung klase ng abilidad po natin to depend no on our own judgment, yung skills po natin, and even po yung ating effort na to complete task or make decisions. Okay, yan po yung ating self-reliance. Yung letter A natin dito, yung risk-taking, tandaan po natin, of course, it involves making decisions no that include uncertainty or potential loss. Okay, yan po yung ating risk-taking. Yung letter C natin dito, yung humility, of course, pag makumbaba ka, di ba? Nagpapakumbaba. Yan po yung ating humility. Yung letter D natin dito, yung positive thinking, of course, ito lamang po yung practice natin of focusing on the good in situations. Again, good situations and expecting favorable outcomes, 'di ba? Parang optimist ka, no? Yan po yung ating positive thinking. But then we're talking about here yung klase ng kalidad po natin, no, or quality na nagre-rely ka po, no, sa yung sariling abilidad, sa yung sariling uh, nagre-rely ka sa iyong sarili mismo. Yan po yung ating letter B, self-reliance po yan. We go to item number 20 here and the last item, of course. Okay, but before that, thank you so much, sir. No, LPT na po ako. Let's go, PLE Warriors. Okay, congratulations po, Sir Glenmark. Item number 20, which rebar diameter is recommended in light construction projects? Is it A, 36 millimeter, letter B, 22 millimeter, letter C, 12 millimeter, o letter D, 64 millimeter? Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Again, yung klase ng rebar diameter po natin, no, na kadalasan po or recommended po in our light construction, magagaan lamang po ito. Is it A, 36, letter B, 22, letter C, 12, o letter D, 64? Ano po yung tumpak na choice for item number 20? Pakilapag po. Okay, item number 20 here and the last item, of course. Ano po yung tumpak na choice? Pakilapag po. Okay, sabayan lang po yung ating mga drills, yung ating mga free discussions, no? Kasi nga po, previously, sobrang rami po, no? Ang daming pumasa dahil na rin po sa tulong ng page na ito. Okay, I see letter A, may ilan din sumasagot ng letter C, 12 mm. Okay, for light construction, wag na po nating patagalin. Ito po yung ating letter C. Okay, yan po yung ating 12 mm, no? Or yung ating 12 millimeters. Tandaan po natin, no, saan po natin ginagamit yung 12 mm po natin. Of course po, para po sa ating mga light construction projects. Di ba? Katulad po ng ating mga low-rise residential buildings. Yung mga footpaths po natin, yung ating mga driveways, and even po yung ating mga small columns, no, or beams. Yan po yung ating 12 mm. Yung letter A natin dito, yung 36, of course, ito po ay para sa mga heavy, no? Heavy structural works katulad po ng ating mga bridges and even po yung mga high-rise columns po natin. Okay? Yan po yung ating 36 mm. Kasi nga po, medyo makapal na po yung diameter niya. Okay? Yung letter B natin dito, yung 22 mm, of course, suitable naman po ito, no, sa mga moderate, again, moderate to heavy construction. Di ba? Katulad po ng ating mga structural columns and even po yung ating mga foundations. Yung letter D natin dito, yung 64 mm, of course, ito naman po ay ginagamit, no, for extreme, di ba? Extreme large and rarely po ginagamit po or rarely used in typical construction projects. Okay? Medyo madalang na lang po ginagamit yung 64 kasi nga po sobrang ano po ito, no, extremely large na po ito, 'di ba? Sobrang laki na po yung diameter niya. Yan po yung ating 64 mm. But then we're talking about here yung rebar diameter po natin na napaka-recommended po, no, sa ating light construction. Yan po yung ating 12 mm mismo. Okay? Yung letter C po yung tumpak na choice for item number 20. And of course, that ends our drills and discussion for tonight. Congratulations po, no? And of course, I wish, okay, and I pray na papasa po talaga lahat na nagpa-participate po and nanonood po, no, sa ating free live session tonight. And with that, thank you so much po, no? And of course, enjoy the rest of the night and God bless us all.